what's up everybody out there in learning land? Tyler from 10thumbspro.com coming at you with a new ukulele tutorial like we do every single Wednesday and Saturday. Today we're talking blues phrasing and specifically the power of mixing the major and the minor scale. This will definitely make your soloing sound much more professional. Printable tabs for this tutorial and all our tutorials by becoming a Patreon. It will accelerate your learning. Links in the notes. You'll also find links in the description. You'll also see my email there as well if you want to email me for Skype lessons one-on-one to take these concepts or any concepts you're working on to the next level. Time to jam the blues. I dig it and I respect it. Let's grab our ukulele. Brain and attention span. Once you have those three things, follow me on in and let's break this lesson down together. Come on in. Let's do it. Okay, since we're talking about mixing the E major and the E minor scale, we're going to do it in a full 12-bar blues solo, but the most appropriate way to get started would really be by taking a look at the scales themselves. So the E major scale starts with an E note, root note, major second, F sharp, major third, G sharp, the fourth, which is your A, fifth, which is the B, C sharp, which is going to be our sixth interval, D sharp, the seventh, and then E, the octave. The E minor scale is going to be E, F sharp, our major second, G, the minor third. You can already hear how different that is. A, our fourth, B, our fifth, C, our flat sixth, and C, our flat sixth, there it is, D, our flat seventh, and then E, our octave. So those are the two scales that we're going to be mixing. Now, when do you mix them? When you're mixing these ideas, you can't just play the E major scale wherever you want. The E major scale is going to work best when you mix it over the E chord in your blues. Your progression is going to be 4 measures of E7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And over those 4, you can mix the major and the minor. Then you have bars 5 and 6, A7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's going to sound best with the E minor pentatonic or the E blues because that's essentially the E minor with the flat fifth. And then we get back to our E7 for bars 7 and 8. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Over those 2 measures again, minor or major, your choice. The 5 chord, the B7, you can do either major or minor. A7, back to only the minor. E7, major or minor. B7, major or minor. It's going to make a little more sense once we break it down in the solo. Okay, so now I'm going to break down the first 4 measures, and then I'm going to tell you exactly what is major and minor. Okay, so the first 4 measures of our solo sound like this. Okay, so we're going to start off with a shuffle. Ring finger on the 4th fret of the C string, index finger on the 2nd fret of the A string, and you're going to pluck them both. 1 and, pinky to the 4th fret of the A string, 2 and, up to the 5th fret, 3 and down to the 4th fret, 4 and. Now what we're doing here, you're going to see that it's a C sharp and a D note. So this here is major. This is a 6th. And then once we get up to the 5th, it's minor again. So even our shuffle is mixing the major and the minor scale. Both major and minor, only major, only minor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. But then this riff, you're going to slide your ring finger from the 5th fret to the 7th fret, and your index finger from the 3rd fret to the 5th fret. And then you're going to play triplets for a whole measure. 1 pola, 2 pola, 3 pola, 4 pola. This is all minor. B note, D note. That D note is in our E minor pentatonic. 1 pola, 2 pola, 3 pola, 4 pola. The next measure, the first two measures are going to be this triplet again. 1 pola, 2 pola. But then we're going to play index on the 4th fret here and our ring finger on the 5th fret. Here we've jumped into the major scale because of our C sharp. So here we're going here we're just actually going to play 3 and. We're also switching from the triplet rhythm to the straight rhythm. 3 and, down 2 frets to 3 and 2, and we're back in the major scale. So that riff really slow, 1 pola, 2 pola, 3 pola, 4 pola, 1 pola, 2 pola, 3 and 4. Okay? If we were to say minor, minor, major, minor. So we've seen, even in our shuffle and in these double stop riffs, we're mixing the scale to great effect. Those 4 measures one more time. On that one, I slid into different ones a little bit. You can choose any of those triplets to slide into. You can do all 4. It's ultimately up to you, okay? Okay, the next 4 measures, let me play them for you. They sound like this. All right, so over the A7, what we're doing is we're starting off with a triplet, open C, hammer onto the 1st fret, which is actually mixing the A major and the A minor, which is interesting. And then we're going to pluck with our 2 index and middle finger, the open E and the open A. We're going to come down and mute, and then we're going to pluck those 3 strings, thumb on the C, pointer on the A, middle on the E. I'm sorry, pointer on the E, middle on the A. And then we're going to hit the 4th beat. Triple mute and 3 mute. Triple mute and 3 mute. So we're just using a nice little hammer-on, but right there we're really doing nothing more than using chord tones to get kind of a cool rhythm. It's what happens next that gets a little crazy. E, the first triplet, E, C sharp, E. We're playing the open E with our index, 1st fret of the C string with our thumb, and then the open E again with our index. This is E major. We're then taking our middle finger down to the 2nd fret of the A, playing 2 with our middle finger, 1st finger on the A, and then open. This is actually, it could be either major or minor, but we've also added the flat 5th, which is the blues note. So this is really the E blues scale. So we have a triplet that's major, 1 pola, triplet that's the blues scale, 2 pola, and then here we're going to start open C on the G, which is minor, but we're going to hammer to the 1st fret. The open G string, which is in the E minor pentatonic, but we're going to hammer to the 1st fret, which means we go from minor to major with that hammer on, and then play the E for that triplet. So that one's open G, hammer on with our thumb, index finger plays that E string, triplet, and then we repeat our E blues riff. So we see our first triplet, major. Our next one, blues scale. Our 3rd triplet, both. And our 4th triplet, back to the blues scale. So that measure really slow, you get 1 pola, 2 pola, 3 pola, 4 pola. Very, very cool, very tasty, very bluesy. The next one is going to be 303. Ring finger on the 3rd fret of the E string, open A, 3rd fret. But when you play that 3rd fret, I want you to do what's called a blues curl, or a little baby bend, a quarter bend, because we're implying that G up to this G sharp, but we're not going to bend it all the way to the G sharp, just halfway. So this note is actually in between the major and minor in this no man's land, which is or no woman's land, which is very bluesy. That's that triplet. Tripola. And then we're going to repeat that very first triplet. Open E string with our index, 1st fret of the C string with our thumb, open E with our index. Triplet. From there into the E major, E with the B. We're going to play that double stop, index on the E, middle on the A, 3 and then we're going to get our ring finger down on this 3rd fret here, play 3 and 2 to make it definitively minor. So the second measure, 1 pola, 2 pola, 3 and 4. Let's mix those 2 measures together super duper slow. Tripola, 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 3 and 4. Okay, let's do it one time nice and slow without counting. One time nice and slow without counting. All right. And then we're into the turnaround. The turnaround rhythms can be very similar to what we did with our very similar to what we did in bars 5 and 6. We're going to make a B7, but you could really just play 3rd fret of the C and the 2nd fret of the E and the A, because we're only using these 3 strings. We're not playing the G. Thumb is going to play the 3rd fret, then index on the E, ring on the A, and we're going to pluck up. So we get 1 and 2. 2, we're going to just come down on the strings and give it a mute like that. 1 and 2. 1 and 2 and. When you get there, you're going to pluck all 3 at the same time. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. That same rhythm, move your fingers down 2 frets, which means removing this one, middle finger on the 1st fret, and we're going to repeat the exact same rhythm. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. And then the last 2 measures, this turnaround that sounds like this. And then you're back in the top. So we're going to play the open E, index finger on the 4th fret of the E string, and your pinky on the 7th. And you're going to pluck both of these on the 2nd beat. And then on the off beat, your index finger will pluck the 7th fret again. 2 and. After that, get your ring finger on the 7th fret of the G string, and we're going to repeat that same rhythm. 3, thumb on the G string, index on the high A, on the A string, and you're going to pluck them at the same time. 3 and, index on the offbeat, 3 and. Then your middle finger will go down to the 6th, and here we're going to do triplets. Tripola, and we're going to pluck that 7th fret of the A string 3 times. Tripola. Then we're going to grab the 5th fret with our index finger and pluck them both 1 time. So that the first measure, that turnaround, and the first beat, you get 1, 2, 1, 2, and 3, and 4, pola, 1. Mixing the triplet and the swing rhythm is cool, just like mixing the major and the minor scale. It gives it a very bluesy sound. Immediately from there, ring finger to the 5th fret of the A, slide up 5 to 7, and then you're going to play 5, 6, 7. That 7th fret is going to finish on the and, so be careful with that when you're timing it to turn around, because you're going to go 2 and 3 and 4, boom, back into the top. So let's play this whole 12 bar nice and slow, and I'm going to count it out nice and slow. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 pola, 2 pola, 3 pola, 4 pola, 1 pola, 2 pola, 3 and 4, 1 pola, 2 and 3, 4, 1 pola, 2 and 3, 4, 1 pola, 2 pola, 3 pola, 4 pola, 1 pola, 2 pola, 3 and 4, 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 1, 2 and 3 and 4 pola, 1, 2 and 3 and 4. And there you have it, mixing the major and the minor scale. I really hope you dig it. That 12 bar is bound to impress at your next jam. See you next Wednesday or Saturday for our next ukulele tutorial. Love, peace, and chicken grease, my friends. Rock and roll. Everybody, thank you so much for watching to the very end. That means you've definitely taken your blues soloing to the next level with this concept. It really, really makes your solo sound more polished, more professional, more delta, more stage ready. Again, thank you so much for watching. Please become a subscriber. All you got to do is hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss a lesson. New tutorials every single Wednesday and Saturday. Skype lesson 101 if interested. We will help you become a better player. I can guarantee that. And check out those notes. Become a Patreon. Starts at $1 creation. You can set a cap as low as $1 a month. It will accelerate your learning. You'll also see some t-shirts up there too. Until next time, keep on rocking and rolling. Keep on loving life, friends. Take care of yourselves.